Welcome back to the YouTube channel for Seller Source Pro. Well, today is the day that I've been waiting for since I opened the YouTube channel just a few months ago. I had hinted at the fact that we were working on a couple of different web projects that were going to be opened over the next few months. Well, if you're seeing this video today, this is January 1st, 2019, so Happy New Year. If you're seeing it later on, you're kind of getting a glimpse to the past, and hopefully we're farther along on our journey. Well, a couple of months ago when we opened up this channel, I told you that we were going to be working on a website for sellersourcepro.com, and the reason for me doing the channel and for the website was that I felt like I had gotten so much from the reseller community, a lot of the YouTubers that helped me get started over the last few years with content and brand recognition, pricing, everything you could possibly imagine that helped me to finally have this very successful clothing and shoe business on eBay. I wanted to give back and wanted to do some things that maybe other people weren't already doing. Doing the same thing and giving the same information didn't really serve a purpose, since I believe channels like Rally Roots and Raking Profits and some of the other ones have done such a great job. I wanted to add something new. And the best way of doing that was to give you guys the ability to see some of the unique sourcing methods that I use. And if you haven't watched the other videos under the playlist with the eBay tips, you really need to do that. There's a lot of good stuff there that really has made a major impact. Well, the reason for doing the new website is because I also use technology as well as some techniques. And one of the technology aspects that I use that we've now made available for everyone is these splash pages. I call them niche sourcing splash pages. So if you go to sellersourcepro.com, you can register for free. There is no membership fee. That was something I made a decision on early on, and we'll talk about that a little bit towards the end of this video. So what you're going to find is that inside of Seller Source Pro, we have these niche splash pages. Now, to begin with, I think there's 5 in total. There's over 40 of these that are going to be introduced over a period of time. Now, what are these used for? So I made the recognition early on that sourcing the general way, which is most people that do use clothing and shoes go to Goodwill, Salvation Army, thrift stores, garage sales. This is what you've mostly seen on other channels. I do the same thing. However, I supplement my inventory by going directly. And what I mean by that is, instead of waiting and going through the competition that I have to go through, and most people go through at Goodwill, I found a way to directly source from people, from my neighbors, my family, my friends, as well as other stores and things in the area. So the splash pages are very specific. They're basically website splash pages. They're one page, and they go after a specific target. So one of them that you'll see is shoes. Okay, men's and women's shoes, and that splash page is specifically, it's called Shoes to Money. And that splash page gives some brands on there, gives some pictures, and basically tells people that if you have shoes in your closet right now, or you're ready to dump shoes, instead of having to go to Plato's Closet to try to sell them, or Uptown Cheapskate, or even to bring them to Goodwill to donate, you can put the brands, the styles, whatever, in the little contact form that we have on the splash page, and I will give you an offer, and instead of having to put them in a bag and drag them somewhere, I can pick them up from your office, or a porch pickup. So you just leave them outside your house, and I'll pick them up and then push money to you in PayPal. So that's kind of the concept, and it's been working for me for the last few years tremendously, because there's lots of people that don't have the time to go bringing this stuff. So I'm accommodating them by doing this. So how do we get the word out? So these splash pages, I get the word out on social media. all my social media places, Facebook, you can use Instagram, and some of the neighborhood sites are fantastic, like Nextdoor, which will allow you for free to reach thousands of people in your surrounding area. And they all get to see this post that you have where you can put the URL, your URL of the splash page. So the difficulty here was, how do I make these splash pages available to all of you guys? So we had to create a website that took these splash pages and allowed you to click on the shoe splash page or the men's clothing splash page, or all the ones that are going to be coming in the near future, maybe of the video game and video game console splash page, things like that. We had to make these so that you personally could have your own splash page and get, as you are promoting your splash page, either on flyers or in social media, on business cards that you leave around town, you needed to be able to get those leads emailed directly to you. So what Seller Source Pro does is it gives you the opportunity to go in there and click on a splash page, see a preview so you can see what it looks like, and then get a identifiable URL that's targeted just for you, and be able to promote that URL outside of the website and everywhere you can. I use a lot of offline promotions as well. Business cards, full color business cards are dirt cheap to get. You can use flyers in your area. And like I said, social media. So this has been a fantastic outlet for me to get tons of shoes, clothing, whatever it is you're looking for. Now, let's talk a little bit about what else the website's going to do. So the website is going to continue to grow and build. It's an organic thing. We're going to use the YouTube channel for the videos for the time being, and more hints and tips as to what else I do for my eBay business and for sourcing in general. We're also going to create, and I'm going to share with you, pre-made templates for some of the business cards, PDFs, flyers, advertising that I use to go direct, as I call it, to source these items outside of the normal method, outside of your Goodwills and thrift stores. So this is going to be an ongoing project. Now, I put up the money to custom make the website, the splash page engines, everything that's in here, I decided to do. I could have made this a membership site where you have to pay a monthly. I decided that I wanted to help people in a different way. So we have no membership cost. What we do is there's a donation button once you register and log in the dashboard that I'm hoping people will be able to find it in their heart, so we can continue to put out more of the splash pages that we have planned for the future. You can donate $10, $20, whatever you can to keep us going. Now, there's another way of you helping us, and I think that this is going to prove probably very helpful for most people. Over the last 2 years, the biggest question that people have for me is, can I get your brand cheat sheet? So everybody wants that cheat sheet that I have of the clothing that I buy and the shoes. Well, what I've decided to do is there's another section on the website called Pro Products. And probably by the time that you see this, it should be up and running, I would assume. That Pro Products area is going to be a continuing developing situation of various PDFs and ongoing subscriptions that you can do that will help us generate the capital to keep the website floating and building the new splash pages. So the first pro product we're putting up there is the one that everybody's asked me for, which is men's clothing and shoes. So the men's clothing and shoe brand cheat sheet is going to be available, and that's going to be an annual subscription. So you're going to pay an annual subscription fee, and throughout the year, you're going to get all the revisions to my brand cheat sheet as I do them, emailed to you, as well as brand spotlights that I'm going to do throughout the year for various brands, and we're going to take a look at exactly what sells in those brands and what to avoid. Now, as you know, 85% of my eBay business is men's clothing and shoes. I still do some women's clothing. So we will have a brand cheat sheet eventually for women's clothing and shoes as well. But initially, if you're watching this video early on, you're going to see my men's clothing and shoe cheat sheet. Now, it's only going to be available with the shoe cheat sheet for the one price for a limited number of people. So once you click on it and subscribe, you're going to get the shoe cheat sheet along with the clothing cheat sheet for the same price. I'm not going to be able to do that forever. So there will be a limited number of people once you subscribe to that will get both for the same price. And I've kept that very affordable. And I can tell you that the people that I've worked with and mentored over the last 8 months, that has been the cornerstone for them really getting a jump on where they're going in their business to be able to get to a point where they're making the type of money that I've made over the last few years. So that's the story. Please go to sellersourcepro.com, register today, and it's very important that you watch the other tutorial videos that we're going to be putting up. They're going to be very short videos that explain the website so that it's going to be very easy for you to understand how to use the splash pages or maneuver around. They shouldn't be more than a few minutes each. So after this video, make sure that you subscribe and like this video, but subscribe to the YouTube channel to get all of our latest updated videos on our eBay tips and the new tools that are coming out in the website. But we also do a lot of things on Instagram, so make sure that you are following us on Instagram at SellerSourcePro, at SellerSourcePro. We also have a Facebook page, Seller Source Pro, where we're going to be able to also give PDFs and articles and have communication there. So those are the methods that we have that we're going to be releasing most of our content on. So we hope to see you in the near future. Remember to subscribe here. And make sure that if you want that brand cheat sheet and you want to support our channel as well as the website and all the new niche splash pages that are going to be coming out, you can do that by donating on the page or subscribing directly for one of the pro products like the brand cheat sheets in the pro products section. Have a great day. We're so excited to start this journey with you. Over the next year, I'm hoping to hear from each one of you, and we'll be able to grow this thing together and create more tools and more information to make your reseller journey a complete success. Have a great day. We'll see you on the inside of SellerSourcePro.com.